Well. Here we are. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Big Bad Game-a-Thon 2019 edition. And I am here. I am BigJon. This is my, my first time playing here in this event. And I must say, it is quite an honor to actually lead off this amazingly entertainingly good list of bad games, right? Good list of bad or bad list of good? I don't know how you say it. But anyway, we are starting off with Blaster Master 2. Yes, there was a sequel. Yes, 99% of people don't know it exists. But I found it. And I'm somewhat regretting that. Alrighty, so here we go. Let's get it started here. This is Blaster Master 2 for the Sega Genesis. That's about all. That's the description you need right there. Let's go. Am I ready on timer? Yes, I am. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, you all. So here we go. The true sequel to Blaster Master 1. And it basically has nothing to do with the first game. The first game, oh, what an amazing creation that was from Sunsoft. This one may have been someone's, like, I don't know, 9th grade project or something. So first of all, on this level, the game is structured quite differently from the original Blaster Master 1. First of all, every level, up to a certain point, has 2 bosses. Now, just like kind of an original game, you need to find items to progress forward. And of course, within the first minute, we're going to get ready and play our first boss. And we're going to head down here. Now, again, our character, let's just still call him Jason, because why not? Steve, Tom, Vanessa, I don't know. So here's our first boss. Listen to this music. So we have this little leech creature. We have to just basically mash. He'll move. I'll hit him in the back. He'll turn around, face forward, and he will be dead. That's right, first boss done already. Just that easy. So we have this side view, which is new to Blaster Master, at least from 1. And now we leave. So we have to get this gun we needed to progress through the game. So we're going to head back up this ladder. Now, the thing about this run is, it is a little RNG heavy as far as trying to get very, very fast times. So we're going to kill all these knuckleheads. We're hoping for health here. And we'll hop back in our car. Now, we do have sub-weapons just like in Blaster Master 1. The lightning bolt was god-awful in the first one. I'm trying to see if I can get some health here. If we don't get any health, we have to take a death here because it's just more optimal. And I'll tell you why in just a little bit. The speedrun of this game is literally Death City. You have 6 continues. Actually, if I get the health, I don't have to. Let's see if we can get the health drops. We didn't, so... We're going to take an optimal death here because I'm just that bad at bad games. So here's our second boss. We might be able to kill it on one cycle, but it's just safer to take the death. Because what happens in this game, and you're going to see this a lot today, is this dramatic, oh baby Jesus, oh poor, he just shattered all to pieces by Maya the Bee here. So ultimately, you in the best case scenario, you don't want to get any deaths here. But otherwise, you just mash. So part of this speed run is honestly getting health drops so that you can omit deaths. It is much quicker to die in what you're going to see in just a few moments here, the new overhead section. So we've killed the bee, and now we have the key, the bee key. And we're going to use that key to access the next portion of the game. This is where the game becomes unlike any of its earlier variants. So we're going to see, oh, we got full health here. That's good enough. So we can get any more. So this is our overhead section here. So now we get to use all 3 of those buttons on that Sega Genesis controller. Let's talk about bad controls here. First of all, you're in a turret. We are literally using tank controls here. You can map which buttons go where. So in my case, A rotates my turret counterclockwise, C rotates it clockwise, and B is my shoot. So we have to make sure that when we're turning to avoid spinning out, we kind of turn in 90-degree increments. Yeah, this is fun. It's like playing combat for the Atari. Yep, see, I'm that old. So if you happen to take a death here, it's no biggie because you start in the overhead section. So we're just going to kind of run fast here. Top, bottom. Oh, there's that Zelda low health beat that we all love so much. All right, now for optimal state, we're going to take a death right here. So we're just going to let him body me. Get over here. The reason you take a death here is because, watch, you skip the entire death animation and you immediately can start over. So in this run, you want to make sure you can take your deaths, if possible, at the start of each overhead section if you need to at all. And this is level 2. Now, as we progress with level 2, let's talk about Blaster Master in general. Blaster Master 1, you know, it was very, it started kind of linear, and then you had to just travel all over the map to find the entrance to the next levels. And Blaster Master 2, we ain't got none of that. When we finish level 1, we never ever see it again. We just go straight forward through the game here. Now, here we go, our vertical section. By the way, to the right, that little path to the right, there's actually an extra life in this game. You can actually get 1-ups, indicated by the most obvious 1-up symbol ever, a star. Now, I'm taking this long walk here. And guess what happens after we clear the boss? We're going to take a death, because otherwise we have to walk all the way back to my tank. And we don't want to do that. So we're going to sit here and chill. And just mash. I don't care about the damage, because we're going to take the death right after we kill the boss. Just going to take a few hits here. Pew. Ow. It burns. Alrighty. So, if you notice outside, I did not kill that last kind of cannon before the door, because we're going to use that to body myself. So, ow, ow, ow. Because otherwise it's a long walk. And in case you're curious, the character can take fall damage, just like in Blaster Master 1. So if I fall from too high, I will shatter. Whenever you take a game over outside of the overhead sections, you always get placed back at the very beginning of the stage. Now, you notice I required my new outfit there, which is desired. Speaking of desired items, one thing that really makes or breaks this run are our blue spheres. And not because I have this love for Sonic 3 and Knuckles and whatnot, but blue spheres can drop randomly and they do award invincibility, basically a shield that protects you from all damage. This is what we needed that power up for, from the last boss. Now, optionally in this section for speedrun, you don't want to get these health. You hope that you actually get blue spheres so you can just kind of go through the level without any damage, because obviously that takes time. So, here's our long walk to our next boss. Again, 2 bosses per stages. Don't fall in that water. That water will not be good. It's more like acid. So we're going to kill enemies in the hopes of getting some blue spheres somewhere. Nah, that's missiles. Actually, I'm going to grab this hell, because we are on our 0th life. This will be our first continue. And again, you have to keep an eye on your continue count and level counts, because you do want to make sure they're optimally being used as you get to higher levels. So just watch out here. Be careful. You can fall and Jason will shatter. Jason, Steve, Tom, whatever his name is right now. And here comes our next boss. Now this one is almost the same as what you just saw, except now he has a stabby thing. So I'll probably get stabbed 3 times, then he'll back that thing up, and we're just going to sit here and just kind of chill. Now he can hit me a little bit if I'm a little off on my pixels, but we're going to sit here and just chill, and now we're good enough. We can just walk into him now. Alright, he dies right in front of the door, which is pretty optimal. So this will give us our upgrade, a new tank addition here, which will be our drill bit, which of course we will need to progress through level 2. And now our first intentional damage. Oh, the horror. Oh, the horror. My head is over on the right side of the screen. So again, this is death abuse the game, basically. Taking the first of our continues here, because we have to go all the way back anyway. So, very, very violent death on this game here compared to the other ones. You know, the other games, you just kind of... This game, I mean, it's a dramatic, you know, musical sequence. Limbs flying all over the place. Again, we're going to grab this. By the way, the car is very, very buoyant. Is that the right word? Let's just call it bouncy. If you notice, I bounce off walls pretty heavily. So we're going to pause here and go to our menu. You're going to see this very quickly. I got to turn it on. I have to turn on the drill bit. While it's on, I cannot shoot. This is what is quite different from the original game. There is no shooting with this. This is a totally new item anyway. And I cannot damage anybody with my drill. I just kind of go through those little blocks. So here's our second overhead section here. Now, let's talk about our overhead sections. You'll sometimes see these little power-ups. In fact, I'm going to get this one just because it's here. If I can get it and not die. Oh, so there are power-ups that actually can control what happens. That eye is invincibility. And there's a species. Okay, you got to be careful here. You go very, very fast. I'm actually going to take the death here now. Again, quicker to take a death in the overheads than in the side view. As you can see already how tremendously heavy this run is, because when you go literally 4 times faster in the overhead section, that's significant time savings, and there's really no way to manipulate it. Question could be any power-up. So our power-ups range from like 10 times rapid fire, reduced shot, invincibility, the counterpart to that, which is slowdown, where you go literally like a fifth of your speed. It's really bad, and it can really ruin a run in level 6. And of course, a short path later. Look at these dumb enemies, man. Remember, we're still using tank controls, but it's invincibility. B is the bomb. It blows up all on-screen enemies. Oh joy. Let's go to our level 3 here. Listen to that music. So again, in this particular case, we're going to take our quick death here. Why? Because when you get in and out your car, it resets your invincibility frames or invulnerability frames. So you can take a quick death just by getting in and out your car. So we're not going to do too much in this beginning state because this is the level we spend a lot of time outside of our car. So we're just going to walk it out. Fire is bad. There's the blue spears. That's what we want to have drop at random somewhere. Watch it out. We're going to grab some in this level anyway. Kind of part of the path here. If you fall down there, you know what happens. How is this game bad? Just listen. I mean, I say a game is bad if you can't use it to put a baby to sleep. It'd probably be like, I don't know. Anyway, speaking of bad design, let's talk about our first boss of level 3. So this boss just spawns on either side of where you're standing. And when I say where you're standing, it's actually for a good reason. Because this boss room is quite large actually. But in 4 cycles, he's dead. And look at this. Look at all this extra boss room. But thanks to our quality friends at Sunsoft, whenever you stand in the center, it just stays either to the left or right of where you're standing. And you know what happens now. Oh. So we have our sun visor, because what happens is in the next area that we're going in this level, the heat is too strong. We're going to turn off our drill bit here. The heat is simply unbearable, and our character cannot go through it because it's just too hot, and it blinds him. So we're going to have to get out of the car and spend some time on foot. Alrighty. So we're going all the way around. So the way this level is designed is that there is a path that is blocked by some blocks that you only can destroy by shooting them from below. If you notice those blocks I just shot, there's a little kind of a glowing part at the top of it. If I touch them currently, I will die if I'm outside my car. So I have to be a little careful, alrighty? But as you can probably imagine, we're going to get an item that will protect us from that, which is absolutely needed. So again, walking, watch out, don't get squished. We're going to jump off this ladder. You cannot re-grab ladders if you jump off of them, but we can skip a little a little climbing animation. And we're gonna see that part just up here. We're gonna go up here and try to jump early enough to keep that enemy from respawning, but he did spawn, so no biggie. These are the blocks. That golden ground we cannot stand on currently. So we have to go all the way this long way, have our character destroy those blocks, and of course, go back to our car. We can jump off here. Hey look, intentional fall damage. Thanks, game. Did you hear this music? They're playing our scales like a third grade band here. So now we go up here, and we're hoping for any kind of health here because this is kind of dangerous. Hopefully blue spheres will drop out from all these meteoroids or meteors or whatever you want to call them. Nothing dropped, no biggie. By the way, we'll always jump up hills. You notice we actually roll kind of fast going down hills? So we're going to jump up the hills, and now we're going to pick up our first blue spheres. So we're going to go here, grab those blue spheres, grab this. We're going to shoot this and wait just in case something falls, which it did not. So this time, another on-foot adventure. Our second boss is coming up. I wonder if you all can guess what boss is coming up. Just take a wild guess. You know, if you're watching the stream, you already know. By the way, on this part, you actually have to walk off, otherwise you'll take fall damage. Yeah, that little platform is enough to kill you, or take fall damage anyway. Giant crab, a hamster, a bee. Guess what? Yes, look at this amazing creativity department here with another unique boss. And it behaves the exact same way as we just saw it a few minutes ago. And just to show you that the other side also has all of these other platforms. If for some reason you miss this item, you will not die. You'll just take damage if you fall in the fire below. So now I have my Varia suit equivalent, and I can now stand on that golden floor. Now the intended route is either to go back the way I came, or make this very scary jump right there. So now we're gonna go back to our car and just jump up here, clear the blocks out, and hop in our car. Notice our health was kind of low. Now we use our blue spheres. We have to menu over and select it. We want to make sure we get to the overhead section. So this protects us from all damage temporarily. I'm gonna kill these just in case I get another drop. No biggie. Yeah, if you miss that jump, you're guaranteed fall damage. Miss it a few times, you're gonna be on low health anyway. So here's our next overhead section with our Zelda low health beats. Now, because I'm actually on my continue life, we're gonna take the game over now. Notice I have 0 lives. This dude literally is running from me. You know, when you're actually trying to kill yourself and the enemies don't cooperate, what kind of mess is that? Alright, here we go. So we take care of our continue now. Notice it saves a lot of time. We don't have to worry about the start level screen. All that stuff is omitted. So I always try to take the game over, or deaths in here. This enemy is quite healthy as far as damage required. Now this part is kind of dumb. If you get stuck behind these, you cannot kill them from the rear. You have to wait until they go as slow as they're going right now, all the way back. So we're gonna go here and hide, and then say, bump you, son. We're done with that part. Now it's pretty much a cakewalk. We're gonna grab some health here just to have our health up for the beginning of the next stage here. And our last section, we're gonna go down, see if anything pops out. Oh, there's some energy. So we get to start level 4 at full health, which is pretty cool. Alright, new music, y'all. Oh no, no more scales. I'm so sorry, no more scales. So we're gonna use one blue sphere here, even though I used it too late. And so in this level, we actually get reunited with a power-up from our original game. Now, here's our Mario Maker section here. All these doors are troll. Any one you take will take you backwards to the first one, except this one. You can tell he walks to the right on the right one. All the other ones he walks left. Here's our pizza boss. So we're just gonna just shoot and shoot and shoot. When we kill this boss, he does drop items possibly. He can drop a lot of things actually. So he's gonna roll around like classic video games. He turns red as he gets near his death. And it just drops a heart and a key. We need the heart, of course, and the key. The pizza boss of Oz. Literally some really, really bad dominoes. Now we must go back to our car. Be careful, you can take fall damage here. You know, take the wrong fall damage, you're going to shatter, like we saw earlier. So we're going to hop in our car. Use one of our blue spheres here, if I can actually press the button. Take a short walk over. And hop out our car and go in this door. This is what the key unlocked. Guess what boss it is? Not even 30 seconds later, and we have a repeat boss. This time he spawns and he just kind of randomly moves somewhere else. So best case scenario is like 4 cycles here. But again, you don't know where he's going to be. You can't take fall damage in this part. No fall damage risk here. Good lord. That's actually, which might be a 4 cycle. Oh, that's best case scenario. Yeah, only in marathons, right? Never in your real attempts. So pizza number 2 is dead, and now we have Hover. Hover is back. Back from Blaster Master 1, and Hover is no joke in this game. We have to turn it on, though. And watch how powerful this Hover is. This Hover is really powerful. So we're going to use a blue spear to protect us as we hover across. The hover bar lasts a lot longer, as you can tell. I know where I'm going now, obviously. Go under here. Over here. Now, when you have hover active, all the enemies drop hover during that time frame. We're going to kill these to see if we can get any health, actually. Nah, nothing. It does really launch. It's kind of like Mario World when you're swimming in the water. When you mash, it just boosts you so quickly. So my health is not exactly the most optimal right now. It's a little bit too low to risk it because the enemies are kind of damaging in this stage. So again, if I can take a death from the overhead, do it. It's much quicker overall. So we're going to just bounce off him to make him turn around. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Not even fazed by my bullets. We're going to move out the way. Let him mosey on by and let's go. I'm using tank controls. So again, watch out for these enemies here. They're kind of damaging here. Looking for good power-ups. There's a speed shoe. But we got to get past all these blocks. Gotta love it, man. Oh, see, that's the slowdown. So it's just like your VCR. Remember those ancient contraptions? The ones that point to the left are slowdown. The ones that point to the right are speed up. When you get those slowdown ones, you're stuck with them unless you can get another power-up that cancels it out. And when you have things like these shooting at you, there's a B for bomb. Oh, let's go fast. Okay, too fast. So I literally have to wait there. So that's it. So again, good RNG as far as drops there per se. Now level 5. We need to get our life back. So we're just gonna buy ourselves real quick here. Don't y'all love this game? Don't you just want to go out and just buy it at your local GameStop for like 21 cents? So we're gonna use our blue spear here. No, dear, we don't want to get out of our car. So this level is actually blocked off in one path in the upper right. It's just blocked off for no apparent reason. So we actually have to get out of our car now and actually kind of fall down here. This game is a little odd because you actually have to aim up to shoot down unless you're a human task, which I unfortunately amn't. Alright, so this part you gotta be careful. You can fall and bad things happen. When these little things blow up, they can drop items. Like that. Like they dropped air, obviously. Be careful, you have to walk off here, otherwise you take fall damage. And here comes our first boss in our, quote, water level. So say hello to Fish. So the way this fish works is, wow, nice hitbox, Bray. So you can only get hurt him when his mouth is open. So he closes and then he goes to the other side. He always goes to your vertical position, so you want to land as quick as possible. And of course, as he changes colors, he moves a little bit faster. Now, I want to kill this boss with enough health because I'm going to fall down below the door that I entered in. because there are some very important blue spheres below me. So again, I'm actually gonna kind of take this hit here. Let him go down a little bit. Again, you actually have an auto fire, but you can mash quicker than the auto fire does. Now, ultimately, I want him to die on the left side, so a little unoptimized. So we're going to try to grab this in the air, and we totally have failed. So now I have missiles. That means I can shoot missiles outside of my car, so when I'm just in my character form. So we're going to fall down, grab the blue spheres, wait in case it drops something, and then... Yep, you knew it was coming. Now, the blue spheres are pretty important this though because there's a lot of enemies in your route here. So we're not going to waste any time. We still have our hover active here. Now, this is the path, as I mentioned earlier, was normally blocked off. It will be blocked off right there. So we're going to put a little Plinko here to kind of bounce off them. Now, we're in the water right now. We are in the water now. Kind of traditionally like level 5 in Blaster Master 1. It is a water stage. And we're just going to kind of go over here, hop out of our car, and guess what boss we fight this time? That's right, a new invasive boss. It's now another fish. This time he has babies. Now the thing about this time is you don't want to shoot the boss when his mouth closes because the babies will spawn and they're kind of annoying. So again, the same thing happens. As soon as his mouth closes, stop shooting. If you continue to shoot him, the babies will spawn. So, kind of the same thing as the previous boss. Nothing exciting here. So just like before, back and forth. Now we're going to take the damage here. Actually, not going to take damage yet. Yeah, I just got finned. So again, we're going to use our blue spheres pretty heavily after we beat this boss, so we're not really care about the damage we're taking now. Alright, he should be dead on this cycle. Now, just like in the previous episode, we will be reunited with another familiar power-up. And now we have Dive. If you remember Dive from Blaster Master 1, it makes your car basically able to swim, for lack of a better explanation. So, in other words, it makes it behave like a normal level. Like, that's the best thing I can take. It looks like a normal stage now. There's really nothing else visually different. So, we're going to use our blue sphere here. We're going to stay above those sections. I said above those sections, not walk in them. Alright, we got one blue sphere left. We're going to use it right about... Oh, bouncy, bouncy. Right about now. Again, we're going to keep our health kind of low as we go into our next overhead section. Notice that we're almost at our game over life. We're on 0 life. So we're just going to bounce off the wall there, use the momentum. And again, we're going to take the damage intentionally here. As I just decided to just take that wall out. Alrighty. Because this is the hardest overhead section in the entire game. Unless you are a highly trained professional, you do not want to do this level with below full health. It's not more so for the beginning, it's more so for the last half of it. So use our continue, let's go. We don't want to waste any time now. So again, we're just going to kind of move and keep it going here. This section coming up here, we're just kind of just go up and kind of bob and weave left to right here. Alright, don't be scared though. Ow. Alright, just keep moving. We're just going to keep moving here. Now, here comes the problematic part of this level. First of all, there are 4 of those spinning enemies that are at you. And then the last third of it is RNG power-ups. So we're going to try to juke this guy. Juke him as well. Oh, we got past that. Oh, we got hung up on that one. No! Oh, I don't want to hug. No! You see the enemy, the health just got destroyed there. Oh no, we gotta slow down. We're gonna hide. This is why this is so bad. Yeah, we might be dead here. Unless we can get a power up. This is very, very monka. So I have no health now. See, there's a slowdown again. That's why you want to be careful here. We might die here. B is bombs. Oh, yeah, see, that's nothing I can do about that. That's just unfortunate bad luck. So if you happen to die, dude, you just gotta start back over. The run is over, reset. It's all she wrote, man. It's just, dude, that's the hardest part of the entire game right there. It is literally reset central. You can't go slow. You can't go too fast because you gotta shoot stuff out the way. The good thing is though, once you take care of the enemies, if any, they're gone permanently. Yeah, this is like a major respawn point. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard. It's kind of far into the game too. On top of it, but I did not kill any of these last time, so they're all nice and awake. So we're gonna have to bob and weave them again. Oh, we're double hung up. Let's see if I can squeeze through. I can't squeeze through them. Yeah, again, another set of bad luck here, man. So here we go. We're fine now. Just kind of bob and weave. We should be okay this time. We don't need a lot of help, but we need enough to just get through that last section. Alright, so now we're okay. We have increased firepower. As you can see, I'm shooting 7,000 bullets a second here. Last little section here. Yeah, this game is rude. Very, very rude. Anyway, that's it for that horrific level there. Yeah, because you just can't do... They put those question blocks and you have to grab them. So here's our next stage here. If you notice, my health is kind of low, so you know what happens, right? Yeah, you know how to do it. So level 6, again, we still have 2 bosses. We still have an overhead section. Business as usual. Unfortunately, this run has not given me any blue sphere drop. I haven't had a single blue sphere drop the whole run. Besides the one that you normally pick up. So just so we just kind of fall down. Get rid of them. And let's fight a boss. It's time for a new boss, right? Nah, it's the first boss all over again. With absolutely no difference. So same thing as the first time we saw him. Shoot him from the back, shoot him from the front, he's dead again. You know, creativity department was not really abundant these days in development of this game. And this time we now have hover outside of my car. I literally am now Superman. So, we're gonna roll in here. We have to turn on our suit though, over here, and I believe I can fly. That's right, I am Superman. Don't worry about fall damage now. We're gonna pick up those blue spheres, as you can imagine. So I want to be able to get to the boss. The health is a little low. This is where you have to keep track of your life count. Because if you're on your last life right now, you can't obviously take a death before the boss because you'll be put back at the beginning of the stage. So in this case, you can fall. And we're just gonna land here. And you know what's gonna happen now. We have low health, and guess what? A new boss, right? Nah, it's the second boss. So it's literally repeating level 1's bosses in order again. What a great development team here. And of course, this time we mash. Just like the first time we saw this B, we mash again. Lovely. So again, another dual boss level. This time we are given a very strange gun. Imagine how long this game would be if you did not take any deaths. Kind of like Blaster Master 1, there is a speedrun category that involves no deaths, but of course in this case, it is quicker to take the game over than to fly all the way back. We maintain our blue spheres we got, which you want to keep, mainly for level 8. So in this case, we're going to use one of them though right now, because we're going to make our way to the next overhead section. Play a little plinko here, bounce off the walls. Again, getting hover there, and in we go. Hope y'all enjoying this game. It's pretty cool, I must say. All right, y'all. So this one is not too scary, generally speaking, especially when it gives you energy. No speed shoes this time, though. All right, let's go. A lovely grape Kool-Aid level. Now, I usually always shoot these blocks just in case something falls. I am not going to take my chances on the RNG item there. So we already know where we're... Oh! Uh-oh. And... I say... And... Oh, God, the walls. I'm telling you, the walls get there quickly. My fender's all bodied. Actually, we see energy here. I'm actually going to... Oh, that wasn't energy. That was a... Oh, no, that's... Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. This could be bad. And this could be bad. I got greedy. I got greedy. See, I always live to provide you life lessons. Whenever you see energy in real life on the ground, don't go back and pick it up. Let someone else get it. You know, don't be greedy. Let someone else enjoy the blessings that life gives you. You know, I took a chance to get some energy, and I end up grabbing a slowdown instead, and that is obviously the worst thing that could have happened. So anyway, it happens. You cannot kill those little things either unless you get a bomb, and sometimes it doesn't even work. Like, sometimes they blow up and sometimes they don't. You know, Almond Joys got nuts, Mounds don't. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. So in the upper right corner here, it's actually quicker to go this way. It doesn't look like it, but it is. So coming up on our last part of the level, there is an invincibility item. So we'll get us to the last section here. So we're just gonna just go. Just go through it while I'm blinking. If you're watching at 30 frames a second, you might not even see the car. So the last home stretch here, you could get bad items here. Alexa, no one's talking to you, go to sleep. That's what I thought. Level 7. Something amazing is about to change in this game, you all. It's gonna blow your minds. Literally gonna blow your minds. I'm gonna tell you when it happens. So take note. This is quite monumental for this game. First of all, this dumb part here, you can barely even see these blocks. We just clipped through that one. So again, we have to turn our Superman outfit back on because we need him right now. Here we actually can use a ladder. Grab the ladder to line yourself up perfectly and just fly right on up. See if we can drop any health. He didn't. All right, y'all. Take notes. Get your Post-its. So here's another boss. I bet you haven't seen this boss before now, have we? So just like level 2, except this time we have a lot more safety. This thing is a lot more thicker above me. So again, you can't hit him off screen. We'll just sit here. We're gonna walk it out this time. I know the boss variety is just mind-blowing. So this time we're gonna grab our key. Nothing exchange there. And you know what happens. Turn off my suit. And you know it was coming. Yeah, that key is literally twice the size of me. What's up, everybody? I hope y'all enjoying the stream. Hope y'all enjoying Big Bad Game-a-Thon, man. All weekend long, some of the best of the worst. So don't change that dial, because you totally have a computer that has a dial on it. But the game-breaking revolution is about to happen now. Every level so far has had 2 bosses. But you won't believe it. For some reason, the creativity department ran out of ideas and decided to put just 1 boss in level 7. I know. Only 1 boss in level 7 for some reason. You know? Only 1 boss before our overhead section. So this time we're just going to bob and dip on these lasers. They're not that scary. I know. Mind blowing. I know. You want to go call somebody and text them, let them know. So this part of the section, I'm just going to kind of hang at the bottom here. Get rid of him first. Ow. So these little lasers have really big hitbox. Even when they're not visible, a few frames after they go away, they can still damage you. And just like before, we're gonna hang the bottom here. Oh. Hey, just think. In the world record run, I would have already been done almost 2 minutes ago. Shouts out to bad RNG and bad playing, but that's all good. Now the last part of this though was a little scary. We do have these big guys again. So we just body him. We're gonna body him too, hopefully. Yo, calm down, dude! I know, it looks really scary, don't... Like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Scared? Oh, lordy. Last level, you all. So I have literally no health. So you know what that means. Boom. So this is why we save our blue spheres. This is a long level, and the goal is to literally bypass every door. You want to ignore every single door you see. They're all trolly, and you also want to go the right way. Alright, so it's going to go into here. Amazing soundtrack. Ricochet out the walls here. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Watch out for the killer water. Watch out for this thing. And of course, our last use of our drill bit. Here we go. Then we're going to put our hover back on and use our last blue spheres. Kind of get past this last section here. Up we go. And we have one more blue sphere yet. Oh, what, can we fall down here? Ah! Just fall down, honey dear. Just get in the hole, thank you. Now we go straight up to the top. See if he drops any health here. See if he drops any health. So thoughtful. Full health for the boss. Let's go. Final boss right now, you all. Get excited. So this boss is not a mutant monster. It's just some dude. So I'm just going to stand here. The dude can spawn in one of 5 places on top of either pillar or on the left, middle, or center. Optimally, you want him on the pillars because you can just literally just stand here and just wail at him from the opposite side. So now he's on the second phase, he turns colors. So this time he does the same thing, except he only does 2 little whirlwinds of strange white ball cloud things. Because I want to kill him quickly. He's on his 3rd phase now. He turns kind of orange, red-ish, magenta. Well, he turns orange. It's on his last phase. So, BigJon, be ready on time. Okay, BigJon. So now he's on his final phase, optimally on top of the pillars. But we have plenty of health, so we can smash. Time will come up when oh, this is optimal. Time will come up as soon as it fades away to the screen, and this should be GG. Yep, there's time right there. So we have killed the strange overlord master of the world, and I just sit here and walk around aimlessly. Pew, pew, pew. There we go, you all. If you thought Blaster Master 1 was amazing, well, don't get your hopes up, because this was Blaster Master 2. With a very questionable eye trick. Do the credits slow down as you go uphill? Do they speed up as you drive downhill? Did he actually change it all? Is your eye playing tricks on you? So there it is, y'all. Blaster Master for the Mega Drive and Sega Genesis. I hope y'all enjoyed that run. Couple little hiccups, but hey, it's a speed run with bad RNG. What do you expect? That's what they made resets. So again, thank you for Big Bad Game-a-Thon crew and committee for selecting me. And I believe coming up next we have some BigJon do with some Sonic. I love Sonic, but there's actually bad Sonic games. Yeah, there's some bad ones, y'all. You'll see one in a couple minutes, I'm sure. Alright. So we're gonna pass it back for some donation updates, right? I don't know. Do we have donations? I don't even know what's happening.